enthusiasm.
Coming to you live from Pennsylvania. It's galaxy renowned for its cars, steel, and riding utensils. That's right. I'm talking about Pennsylvania. Pencil, like pencils, on Interdimensional RSS, the unofficial Rick and Morty podcast.
I have to ask, Brandon, is the best known resident from Pennsylvania Pennsylvester?
Yeah, actually, he was the mayor of Pennsylvania for a while.
Oh, until he got into that a little bit of legal trouble. But that's for another time. That's welcome everybody to Interdimensional RSS, the unofficial Rick and Morty podcast. Back with another pre-season 9 episode. For those of you that are new here, my name is Travis.
I am Brandon. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's gonna be a show. As you know,
is gonna happen. Absolutely, you nailed it, Brandon. We have just a few weeks until a brand new season is upon us. So as we do every year, we are gearing up. We are sharing some information with you that came out 6 days ago. But we are going to break down all of the episode titles for the next season of Rick and Morty. That coming up in just a little while. But before we get to that, lots of ways that you can get in touch with the show. You can follow us.
Name three. Name 3 ways.
Shoot, you could probably still find us on X at Rick and Morty Pod.
That's right.
I wouldn't recommend it, but you could also go to Facebook, facebook.com/Rick and Morty Podcast, Instagram, Rick and Morty Podcast. That's 3. I can keep going.
Above and beyond.
Don't even threaten me with a good time.
Try it out.
But you could send me an email.
More.
Send me an email at rickandmortypodcast@gmail.com. rickandmortypod.bluesky.social. Yeah, if you're on Blue Sky, you know how to get a hold of us. We're over on the official subreddit, rickandmorty.reddit.com, or our subreddit, rickandmortypodcast.reddit.com. Easy to mistake, easy to get mixed up. I recommend you follow both of them. You can go to our new and improved and much more clean and easy to access with an embedded audio player, rickandmortypod.com. It is, you don't even need a podcast app anymore to listen to this show, but you could. You probably should.
You could.
And rate and review, give it 5 stars, do all the things. You know the drill.
It's probably still ideal to go to a podcast app, podcatcher. But the website is there. It's mostly, if you can go to like rickandmortypodcast.com, you can get there as well. It's really just for exposure at this point in time. But like when people like look it up in Google, I want them to be able to go to the website and not be like from 5 years ago, an episode where we talked about video games.
You want something to exist when they actually click the link and not just as an AI chatbot might call it, a website graveyard. A content graveyard, as it might call it that, hypothetically. If you prefer to use your eye holes, you can go to youtube.com/apathetic enthusiasm. That's where you're going to find all of our podcasts, including Interdimensional RSS. So if you want video versions, head over to YouTube. And then a big thanks to all the patrons at patreon.com/apathetic enthusiasm, continuing to support this and all of our podcasts over at Patreon. Thanks guys. You're the best. You're the real MVPs. Brandon.
Yeah.
We're doing it. We're making a show.
We are.
You changed your shirt. Tell me all about it.
Well, I was wearing a button-up from Roosevelt's, which at work, that's what I wear so I can still be a nerd, right? And then have like pop culture references. And so today I was wearing an alien shirt, and it was just a bunch of alien eggs all over it. And then you saw it, and you're like, oh, I love Predator. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I should change my shirt to a different shirt. And so I have the two brothers shirt from. And
then a meteor hits. A classic reference. Well, we in classic interdimensional RSS fashion, we came out with a brand new episode last week, and wouldn't you know it, Adult Swim immediately the next day decided to post a whole bunch of news. But we will not break our schedule. So before we get into that, Let's start with what we always start with: semi-pertinent news.
Semi, 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 semi pertinent
It's
news.
got
I
got
had a direction I was
Russians
gonna
in there.
go, and then
Decided
I lost my
to
voice.
preserve your voice for the
Uh,
podcast. That would be
yeah,
the worst if you lost your voice right in the opener, like right as we were
mhm,
getting started.
yeah, semi
All right.
pertinent.
Yeah, and then Rick and Morty said this. All right. The most pertinent of all news is, of course, Rick and Morty Season 9, May 24th at 11 p.m. Eastern on Adult Swim. Set your TiVos, set your VCRs, make sure you're ready to watch. But over on Instagram, they shared some cool new images. This was shared
Mm-hmm.
about a day ago. Some production art for Rick and Morty Season 9. And we get to see all kinds of new versions of Rick, Summer, Morty, Jerry, as well as some other new. Oh, I just hit the Windows key on my keyboard and all of my tabs popped up. Okay, we'll stop moving us around. Yeah, so we get Wrestler Rick, Summer with some sort of medal on, a TV head Morty, Business Jerry. Um, did you get a chance to go through these? Do you have any favorites that you saw?
Yeah, I checked them out. All really cool. They also posted over on X, so I
X,
retweeted on
X,
X. It's not a
Crazy
retweet.
Randy and Reese, Seb,
It's a re-X. Mm-hmm.
EX.
Pretty cool. It's cool to seeing that stuff ahead of time, and adding to our predictions and thoughts like, ooh,
Ooh.
what does this imply?
What is
Uh,
this cool looking and well drawn background art gonna be for?
mm-hmm.
What is the shack with the blinds? I wonder if that's relevant to some of the other screenshots that we've seen.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if there's any blinds in any of the things we've seen.
Hmm.
Um, but but I think that's really cool. It's really cool to see again to have that art be shown ahead of time, just leading into May 24th, which is still it's not too far away. It's not too far
Just
away.
over a month. Just over a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a chance to see some of the artwork pretty early when we got the initial announcement of when the new season was going to be coming out, and then with all of the other videos and things that have been, really I gotta say, like the background art and just the I feel like they keep stepping up the animation each and every season. So I mean I'm really excited to actually get these episodes out and get to see just like
Mm-hmm.
the feast for the eyes that is gonna be in front of us. So
We're gonna
yeah,
eat.
yeah,
We're gonna eat so
gonna eat
well.
eat so well. If you want to keep eating, you can go to Rick and Morty Instagram, follow them there,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll know about this stuff before we talk about it on Monday nights.
That's right. That's
Um,
right.
also semi pertinent, but
Mm-hmm.
very, very pertinent to Adult Swim, especially fans of Smiling Friends. Smiling Friends is over.
Smiling
It's
friends.
it's it's
Yeah.
done. We had a chance on this podcast to interview the creators. You got to go sit down with them and do an interview. What? She's 2 years ago, 2 or 3
Yeah. 2 years
years.
at WonderCon. Yeah.
Yeah. And now here we are, and it's all over. Did Brandon? Did you get a chance to watch season 3? Did you watch the finale?
Yeah. Yeah. I watched season 3. I watched the finale. The two episodes. It wasn't really a finale. It didn't end off of like a this is the last time we'll ever have an episode. But yeah, I watched them. Me and Dexter, my kid, we watched them, and
Yeah.
it's sad. It's a little sad. The show's called Smiling Friends, and yet in the end, it left us with tears.
But I
And
think I think the real Smiling Friends were the friends we made along the way. What?
we are the walking smiling friends dead. Yeah,
Hello.
it's cool.
Hello.
I hello. I think we're gonna see. Maybe we'll see like some. I think already saw the director of I think the last episode. He's got some animation coming out. Um, and I wouldn't be surprised if they just stick with like just very short form. Like they
Oh
come up
yeah.
periodically with like short form stuff. Uh, because I think that lends to the humor, right? Of like
Mm-hmm.
not having to do a complete episode. Where like, okay, what is the through line for this whole 15 minutes? Instead, it's like here's a 2 minute short, right?
Yeah,
I think that would still be better
the short
work
that
out.
got shared a few weeks back, where they're all sitting around the table in the break room, playing like some card game, and
Hmm.
they're trying to explain it, and they're like, "Oh no, like you drew the devil card or whatever, like like roll a 7, quick, roll a 7." That was like super short, but that was all over my social media feed. And I'm like, this is great. You put out 30 seconds, and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
hilarious. So
Yep.
yeah. So we raise our proverbial cups to smiling friends and everybody working on the show. Thank you for the laughs and really lightning in a bottle, right? Like is
Hmm.
I mean I would say it's going out like on a high cuz like
Yeah.
it could be like Lost. It could drag it out for, 3 more seasons. And then
That's right.
everybody's like they were dead the whole time and yada yada yada,
Yeah.
just
Yeah. It's lightning in a bottle. You got to rub it the right way. And
That's what Christina Spears says all the time. Yeah.
anyways, so it's out there. It's over HBO. You can go check it out. And you should check it out. It's a good show. And go watch the old ones as well.
Yeah.
Um, now, one more thing before we get into the thing that we want to talk about here. Still some convention appearances. Uh, if we'd be remiss if we did not throw us out there. Hearing Ian over at Geek Culture Con in Orlando, May 2nd and 3rd. Ian over at Terrific Con in Uncasville, Connecticut, August 7th through 9th. And then Ian, Harry, and Spencer will all be at Comic Con Revolution, the 16th through 17th in Ontario, California.
I think that's
Um,
Canada.
yeah, no, California, Ontario, California.
Is that really where it is?
I don't know. Well, if you put CA in the show notes, I read it as California. You
Ah,
know,
you West Coast elite. You oh,
it's not
oh
elite.
man.
It's the U.S. postal
All right.
code.
All right.
Or anyways,
Uh
uh,
I'm going to have to go to his Instagram and look.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Canada, but still, you shouldn't put CA. It's very confusing, Travis. Um, and then here's a bit of news. We didn't we were still hoping last week, and by hoping, I think we were very not very hopeful that it was going to happen. But good news, we will be going to San Diego Comic Con this year. We will be
What do
there
you know?
for the
What a
20
difference a week makes. Am I right?
the whole shebang. So you'll see us there. We will see you there. Really exciting. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so exciting. Don't worry. It's not the last time you'll hear us talk about it, I'm sure. All right. All right. That's it for semi pertinent news. If you see a story online somewhere that is related to Rick and Morty, Adult Swim, or anything going on that is even semi pertinent to the show, send it to us on any of those social media feeds, and we may cover it in an upcoming episode. All right. When we come back, it is time. We are going to break down all of the episode titles for the upcoming season, as well as give our thoughts on what that might mean. So stick around, and we will be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking around. It is now time for the moment you've all been waiting for. It is time for the main thing.
The main thing's back in town.
Yes, it is.
That song's been stuck in my head for the last week because I wanted to learn how to play the dueling the guitar leads, and
Okay.
I shit you not, I cannot get it out of my head. It is just like stuck in my head. That anyways,
But you
Thin
learned it.
Lizzy, everyone. I
You
did
learned
learn
it.
it. Yeah.
He's
Uh,
a musical prodigy on our show.
I'm
With
really
with
hoping. I'm really hoping that by saying it, doing it right now, it leaves my head.
it's like the
It is. It is like
earworm or whatever like theory. Like if you just sing it,
it's.
then it'll get out of there. Yeah.
It's ripping my head apart. My pineal gland. I watched from Beyond last night, the Stuart Gordon horror film. Uh, it's in my head, the pineal gland.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways,
All right. Anyway, episode titles. We joked about this. We speculated last week. Uh, we if you missed our last episode, we were breaking down one of the teaser trailers for season 9, and only like a day or so later, we were granted actual episode titles. So a couple of different videos actually came out around the same time. I think
mhm.
different platforms. So you had a YouTube video that was released in a standard horizontal format, if you will. And yeah, it was pretty cool. It broke down all of the episode titles and then showed small animatics as well. So we actually get a chance to see almost like mini clips from each of these episodes, which is going to make our work a whole lot easier in trying to speculate what each of these episodes is actually about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really cool. And then over on Instagram, and then I think other social platforms as well, you got the vertical video, and this was Harry, Ian, Sarah, Spencer all hanging out. Oh, and Dan Harmon as well,
Mhm.
making a special appearance, looking like they're at like the actual Adult Swim offices or something like that. And yeah, so they did a teaser video where they broke out or they announced all of the episode titles. Uh, Harry and Ian doing some impressions of their characters as well. Um, yeah, and then just doing random weird stuff. uh, what did you think about that video when you saw it?
I liked it. I liked it. The animatics video, right? It's like it's straightforward. Like, here's the titles and here's an animatic. Uh, but the vertical one with them having fun doing weird stuff with like the Rick and the Morty heads on.
Yeah, yeah. That
I thought that
Harry
was
with the
fun.
Morty head on was just cracking me up because like I mean Morty's head is spherical, right? And it's pretty big. And so like it doesn't like sit really like well on his shoulders, and it's got a giant open mouth that he's like looking out of. And so he's having to like hold the Morty head while doing these like Morty responses to Dan and all these things. It's just I don't know, it was really funny. If you haven't seen them, maybe we'll throw some links and some show notes or something for you. You can go check those videos out.
Yeah, good call on that. Yeah, they're having so much fun, and we want to have so much fun, which is why I made some paper mache heads for us to put on video. But they were in the mail, so they didn't make it for the airing of this podcast. So
Darn.
we'll check it out sometime. Check it out sometime.
Hold on.
But
I might have you covered here.
okay, all right. Travis is for the audio listener. Travis is going backwards. Oh, hey, it's a noob mask. Okay, what I sent to you. I guess you did get it. Don't try to talk through that for the
No,
podcast.
you don't
Uh,
think it'll pick up well talking through plastic.
probably, maybe the reverberations through the
Yeah.
plastic.
There's a
Let's
I have
let's let For the audio listener, Travis is still going
I'm
back.
pretty sure I have a Rick
Look,
mask back there too. But we'll move on. We'll move on. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you just want to go episode by episode?
yeah,
Like, what are your thoughts
yeah,
here?
yeah. As mentioned before, one of our joys the last couple seasons is looking at the episode titles, seeing what the movies or what they're referencing, and then maybe extrapolating what we think they might be about based off of that. So doing that, let's get right into the episode titles. The first one we have, there's something about Morty.
Oh,
I don't know
just
if you.
just a just an easy 2 point basket right there. Am I right? Like
That's right.
a layup, with
Mm-hmm.
shoving a Morty reference into into a pop culture reference. There's something about
You know,
Morty. Oh, it's so good.
I went to game one of the playoffs, the NBA playoffs. As you know, I'm an
Oh,
avid basketball
with
fan.
the Los Angeles Lakers versus who are they playing,
Uh,
Brandon?
the Houston Red Rockets. Why are they? Why do they knew what they're doing, right? By being red, right? Okay, we'll talk about that later in our sports podcast.
Yeah.
Um,
Can you
but
imagine if we
yeah,
did a sports podcast? Oh, and just only released it to our fantasy football league?
yeah, crazy. Anyways, layups aren't as easy as people make them out to be. Anyway, there's something about Morty, the Fairley Brothers movie that came out way back when. Yeah, it's what is that movie about? It's about Ben Stiller, and he's trying to
He's trying to
get Mary.
woo someone
Ev-
named Mary, right?
yeah, everyone is trying to woo
I can't
Mary.
remember anything about the plot of that movie, if I'm being totally honest. I remember the hair gel being a thing, right? The hair
Yeah,
gel, quote unquote. Um,
Brett Favre. You remember Favre and the brother. There's a guy who's like he's
that's the
pretending to be
movie where he
crippled.
zips up his thing in his zipper, right?
Yeah,
Okay, maybe
there's a
I
guy who like
do remember that.
pretend to be crippled and like he like drops his keys. So he's like, no, I'll get it. I'll get the keys myself. uh, for a funny movie. I'm interested to see how Rick and Morty takes a already funny concept
I
and takes it in a different funny
I'm
direction.
gonna go on a limb here and say it. The title of this one is probably not gonna be as related to the plot as
Maybe.
some of the others. Maybe a Morty centric episode. I can see that. I could definitely see that. The animatic that we see is Rick and Morty fighting over something in Rick's garage. That's pretty much all we get out of this episode. So not a ton of clues, not a ton of spoilers about what this might be about. But I could definitely see this being like something about Morty, where almost like um maybe more of like Morty's like dating life or trying to like woo someone or something, and so maybe ask Rick for help or something. I don't know, something
Yeah.
something easy to ease us into the season.
Yeah. A layup.
Oh, yeah, you know how easy those are.
Yeah. Especially if you're so short like me. The second episode title, Rick's Days, Seven Nights. That is a reference to the movie 7 Days and 7 Nights, featuring Harrison Ford and Anne Heche. Rest in peace. Where
Is
um,
Rick's days supposed to be 6 days or 7 days?
uh,
Rick's
well,
six?
no, because it's 6 days and seven. Oh, it's 7 days and seven. Is it 7 days or 7 nights? Oh,
Gee, I
man,
don't know.
well,
6 days.
yeah, no, I get six
Yeah,
days and 7 nights. Oh,
yeah,
maybe I don't
it
know.
is. It is. It's called
Whatever.
6 days, 7 nights. Yeah, it's
Yeah, why'd I put seven?
that movie
I put
starring
7 days and
Harrison
7 nights.
Ford and Anne Heche.
Oops.
David Schwimmer
Uh,
is in that one. Did you know
that's
that?
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I did know that because I
and
looked at
Boba Fett.
Wikipedia. Oh,
I don't
um,
know.
T-
According,
Timo.
yeah, Tamura Morrison.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
yeah. At least that's what Google says. I have not
Mm.
seen that movie. What's that movie about?
I have not either. I think it's like an adventure romantic comedy. I think of like Romancing the Stone. I don't know anything about it other than Harrison Ford and Anne Heche are in it. So,
I wonder if it
rest in
has
peace.
Gulliver's Travels vibes because based on the animatic that we see, this is tied to one of the other production photos that we got very
Yeah.
early on, where Rick is like drunk. He's like a giant with all these like little people. He's like sitting on a smashed building in a village, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
I think we've seen some other background drawings and stuff from this, it definitely looks like either Rick is a giant or all these people are tiny, and he goes to a planet with like a tiny civilization, and he gets wasted. So yeah, not exactly sure what's going on there, but definitely some sort of adventure aspect in this episode
Yes.
is my prediction for sure.
All right. The next one, Rick Fu Hustle.
Oh, buddy.
Doing a spin off of the movie Kung Fu Hustle. Stephen Chow, I think is his name. Uh, I love that movie. I don't know if you've ever seen Kung Fu Hustle, but it's such a fun like comedy movie. The I don't know if you remember the scene where like it's like the axe gang and like they're like at the very start of the movie, the guy kills somebody with an axe and then they start doing like an axe dance. Uh,
No,
I
I
don't know.
don't. I don't.
It's a very very vague understanding or description. Anyway, Kung Fu Hustle. This all of the stills that we've seen in this right uh, in the animatic. Clearly, this is where the guy we were talking about, like the Kung Fu master, um,
Yeah. Yeah,
from.
I think this episode was heavily featured in the trailer that we discussed last week.
Mhm.
Several scenes that seem to revolve around some sort of kung fu master fighting Rick and or Morty. It's interesting because in the animatic for the episode titles, it looks like that guy is training Morty. So I don't know if there's going to be some sort of situation where Morty goes to this guy for advice or training. Maybe Rick gets jealous, or like something happens, causes some sort of you know feud between the two masters or something. I don't know. We'll see how that ends up playing out. But yeah,
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 yeah, and
it looks like it'll be good.
and maybe it'll be like a Legend of Drunken Master because Rick is drunk and he's the master of things.
Of
And then
things.
then we go over to a Ricker runs through it. This is it's based off of the Robert Redford directed movie. I didn't realize until I looked it up that Robert Redford directed this movie. Rest in peace as well. A river runs through it. The movie starring Brad Pitt. It's a whole lot of fly fishing. I've never seen this. It actually reminds me of. I always think of Legends of the Fall when I think of a river runs through it, only because like in my head those movies are like maybe a year apart from each other.
Yeah.
That movie's about fly fishing. This dude and his brother, like fly fishing keeps them as friends or something. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I'm sure. I'm sure it was nominated for an Academy Award or something. In the animatic, we do see Rick and Morty, and one of those characters from the production. S- uh, what? What is it?
Stills?
Stills? Are they production
Yeah.
stills? Production
Assets,
art, I
production
guess.
assets.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're all in a river together doing some fishing. Morty's getting hit in the face with a fish. Um, I I'm wondering if like some of the other images we've seen of either like kind of like a rundown looking cabin or maybe the trailer where
Mm.
is this the Rick peering out of the blinds episode? Because they do seem to be kind of out in nature. I could
Yeah.
see this as being like a bit of a misdirect where it's like, oh yeah, this is like a wholesome, we're gonna go out in nature and have just like an old fashioned fishing trip, and then something crazy happens, sci-fi
Going camping.
hijinks, yeah, going camping, and then it goes off the rails. Yeah.
Yeah, with the movie's theme being, like brotherhood and maintaining a connection through the constants of a river flowing from the mountains to the sea. Do you think that there's like an aspect where, hey, they're trying to bond, but there's something coming in between them? Maybe this random gentleman in the production art. Do you think maybe it's something like that? Maybe like the river is a metaphor for life.
That's
Do
what
you
I
think Rick and
always
Morty's
think.
gonna?
That's pretty much what I assume every episode of Rick and Morty is going to be. and then I'm always disappointed. So yeah.
Yeah, that
Anyway,
that rivers will be shown in their life.
yeah.
Um, you're gonna love this one, Bud, which is a Disney dog movie, I believe. Um,
Just because it's Disney, you assume I love Airbud. Just because I'm a huge basketball and Disney fan, and happen to
Dis
have a new puppy that I've gotten within the last 2 weeks. And that all of those things
Disney's
in my life combine into the perfect cinematic masterpiece that is Airbud. You just assume that I like that.
was Airbud was a Disney movie though, right?
I think it was probably produced by Disney. Yeah, that
Okay.
tracks. Yeah.
Uh, because I don't actually know. I did that because I wanted to to egg you
The
on.
the
Uh,
existence of Airbud trips me out because I'm pretty sure it all started
it is
with
Disney.
like
Yeah.
with like a guy that just trained his dog to shoot free throws, right? Like he would just throw the ball to his golden retriever and the dog could do that. Like it got good at shooting these baskets. And so Disney was like, "We can make money off that." And they somehow like bought the rights to this golden retriever and then made like a bunch of movies like with
Mm-hmm.
different sports and everything. I think the dog was only good at the one thing, but they milked that dog for all the
Yeah.
capital they could.
Like Greco-Roman wrestling, bud.
Oh yeah, yeah. uh Downhill luge bud. uh yeah, it
X
got
Games, bud.
a lot of those direct to VHS ones got a little hairy, if you will.
Yeah,
But what do you
and
think?
but then Airbud like got really old, right? And so like he had to retire from sports, and so
Then
it
he
was
was
like
geriatric, bud.
a commentator, bud.
Yeah, he's in the
Um,
booth. Arr, 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 arr. Oh, that's
no,
that's a
you.
good point, bud.
Anyways, what's the animatic for this one?
So the animatic for this one is interesting because it is like a portal opening up, and then it looks like Beth, Space Beth, Rick, and Jerry are all walking into some weird kind of seedy, um, like it's hard to tell. There's like tanks of like weird aliens and almost like they're going in like a back alley or something from some dangerous place. Jerry looks really nervous, which doesn't say much for Jerry because he kind of always does, but he looks particularly nervous here. So I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. Jer is in the title. This has got to be a Jerry episode, right? This has got
Yeah.
to be Jerry centric. Something's wrong with Jerry. Um, could Jerry be like a pet or something? Like, could some alien life form mistake Jerry for like a pet, like a domesticated like house pet, and then they have to go and do? I don't know what. I don't think it's gonna be that Jerry gets good at basketball. I don't think that's gonna be the plot here, but we'll see. We'll
But
see.
one can hope. One can hope. Then we move over to a Rickerhead, which is always I'm always a fan of a David Lynch reference in my episode titles. Eraserhead, David Lynch's first feature film. That he is. If you, I don't know if you've ever anybody has ever seen Eraser. Well, people have seen
People have
Eraserhead,
seen
but
it. At
our
least three
listener,
I've heard. Yeah.
folks who have watched Racerhead, and have made it through Eraserhead through David Lynch's kind of really nightmare inducing film, avant-garde filmmaking. It's about a guy who has a baby essentially, and he has really weird hair. Uh,
He does
and
have weird
and
hair.
and the baby makes sounds like and if you think that's annoying, don't watch Eraserhead because that sound I just made is it that's what you hear pretty consistently through the movie. The animatic for this
This is the
hit me with
one
it.
where Rick is swimming in what looks like a swimming competition.
Oh yeah,
Summer
that's
and
right.
Morty are there, kind of cheering him on. They both look like they're both in swim attire as well. There's a character standing kind of next to behind Morty that has like a USA, um,
Hmm.
like on the swim outfit as well. So like almost like they're a relay team or something, maybe representing the United States in the Olympics or something like that. If we look at that production art that was featured over on Instagram, uh, this could like Summer has that medal around her neck, so that's probably
Hmm.
from this episode. It kind of ties together as well, and yeah, like them all being like fit, competing in athletics. I wonder if this is the episode from the trailers where it's like it's time to work out. Like Rick's dragging Morty out of bed. They're jogging. They're doing all these things, trying to get fit. Time to
Yeah,
train. Time to train. Yeah, I don't
like
know.
the dance, like doing a dance thing, right? Where they're in the dance studio. Maybe that's what
Maybe.
this. I, I think it's a fair guess,
Yeah.
unless it's like completely trying to throw
I
us off the trail, and they're like that all of that stuff has nothing to do with the
or
episode.
this is maybe this is your interdimensional cable, right? And there's like 5 minutes in this episode of them competing in organized sport, and then like the rest of it is something completely different. I want to know your theory on what would possess Rick, of who we've known for now 8 seasons, to compete in a swim relay race. Like what is the rationale behind that? Is he doing it against his will? Is he doing it to prove a point? What's getting Rick in that pool?
Yeah, here's my thoughts, and definitely want to hear other people's thoughts. I think maybe we talked about this last week, where like, yeah, maybe he's not. He has to prove that he can do these things without his bionics.
Okay.
That he can be a badass. That he is a badass with or without bionics, but he's going to do them without bionics just to prove a point. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, I could see
you
that.
know, maybe that's what I'll go with.
Yeah.
Does
I
that
I
work? Does that work for you?
No, I'm here for it. I like it. And we'll find out in about a month and a half if you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe
Okay.
2 months at this point. Yeah.
The next one is Mort Gully, the Last Rick Forest, which is a Disney animated film, I believe.
Ah 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 ah
I
ah
know it's not. I
ah
know it's not.
ah ah.
I was
Okay.
I was joking about
You were baiting
Jairbud.
me. You were baiting me.
I was baiting you. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Fern Gully, the Last Rainforest, is a film. What is it? The same guy who did like Dragon's Lair and I forget the famous guy. Anyway, uh, Fern Gully, the Last Rainforest, which is about
Bill
people are trying to tear
Croyer
down the.
is directed by Bill
Yeah,
Croyer. Screenplay by
yeah,
Jim Cox.
yeah. No, that's definitely who I was thinking. It doesn't matter. Let's move on because I was wrong. Um, it's about saving the rainforest. It's about environmentalism, which is an
Yeah.
important conversation to have. I kind of wonder if Planetina would make a they would reference her at the very least in this
Potentially,
episode. But
potentially. Yeah, I think I mean aside from being a hit animated film in the early 1990s, yeah, Mort Gully, like the last Rick Forest, the animatic shows them in the spaceship going down into a rainforest, right? So my thought is leaning more into the rainforest part of the episode and less about the Fern Gully aspect of the title. So I think this was more
mhm.
of a we wrote an episode that takes place in a forest, some sort of rainforest. Potentially, this is the episode where we get that giant tree from the trailer that like has a
Yeah,
face
that's right.
on it and is like it captures Rick and Morty and is like beating him up or whatever. Yeah, like I think more to do with that, some sort of forest episode. That this was a clever name. They got to get Rick and Morty into the episode title,
Yeah.
and yeah, and a bunch of you know writers in their 30s and 40s are probably like, oh yeah, I remember that movie. Let's name it that.
Don Bluth. It's not a Don Bluth movie. That's who I was thinking when I was talking about Dragon's Lair. the cool arcade games from back in the 80s.
Dawn Blue.
Uh,
Yeah.
Requiem Mort a Dream.
Oh
Very
yes.
Latin. It's very Latin. That's a very Latin like sounding title, like
Kind of.
Requiem Mort a Dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Nothing to do with Requiem for a Dream, the Jim Carrey classic film where he's completely like he is in all his other roles, super silly and goofy, master of many faces. Wait, that's not it. That's what Dreams May Come. No, what is that movie that I'm
I
thinking
don't
of?
I don't know what movie you're thinking of. I was like, oh, he's doing a bit.
No,
Um,
I actually
and I didn't know what bit you were doing.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They already did that episode title.
All right, Requiem for a Dream. That's the other movie
Yeah,
I was thinking of.
yeah. Requiem for a Dream, which is a Darren Aronofsky movie, with everyone's favorite actor, uh, Jared
Jared
Leto.
Leto.
Uh, one of the In Living Color siblings, and
Marlon
then
Wayans. Yeah.
and then she was in Top Gun. That's
Jennifer
the
Connelly.
yes. And Labyrinth as
Yeah.
well. Where
Ellen
it
Burstyn
and
is who you're thinking of. The old lady.
yes,
Yeah.
a movie all about drugs, addiction, and how we get addicted to so many different things in our lives, and how it really wrecks us and makes us all fucking
I
crazy.
do now that I looked up this movie, I very much remember watching it like as like a high school senior or whatever, like when it came out. And
Yeah,
yeah,
and being
bit of
depressed.
bit of a trip for sure. Um but in the animatic we see like this is the episode. If you look at the production art, there's some background art of like some big giant uh tanks, like almost like brewing or like distillery like tanks. In the animatic,
Mm.
Rick is like happily pouring some sort of substance into the top of one of these tanks, while a somewhat disgruntled Morty is trying to talk to him, trying to get his attention, and then based on the animatic, he kind of trashes Rick's lab accidentally. But yeah, so to your point, the Requiem for a Dream, if we're relating this back to the movie, substance abuse or like addiction, maybe Rick has created some sort of drug or drink or something that people can't get enough of, and things fall apart. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, like the movie The Stuff. Although the stuff in the movie is an alien thing. It does. I mean, this could be an alien thing.
On
Um,
Rick and Morty? No way.
Rick and
No.
no way. Get the fuck out of here. Uh, um, this one I'm really happy to talk about. Salute Your Morts. If you were a kid in the mid 90s, you probably watched this on Nickelodeon. I don't know if
Right.
it was on Nick at Night,
Oh,
but or Snick. I don't
it
think it was
was
on
it
Snick.
was
I think it was
definitely
just
a regular Nickelodeon show,
mhm,
like afternoon
yeah.
viewing for our generation. Camp Anawana, we hold you in our
We hold
hearts.
you in hearts, and
Oh,
when I think about you, it makes me want to fart.
it's I
Shut
hope
up,
we never
Budnick.
part. Now get it right or pay the price. Just
Heck,
a couple of
God.
millennials sitting in their houses talking to microphones. Uh, but yeah, salute your
Yeah.
morts. This definitely looks like an alien summer camp
Mm-hmm.
type place. I definitely think this is tied to the animatic that we got for
Yes.
the early cold open, where the family is in Principal Vagina No Relations office, and then they're just out of control, too much high concept sci-fi, and so they get sent off to a summer camp, and now Rick and Morty, I don't know, have axes for some reason, and they're gonna fight with these other aliens to go deal with whatever threat is plaguing the camp.
Yeah, it's nice to finally get to a summer camp episode of Rick and Morty. Uh, Surprised it took this long, but you think of Camp Krusty. Talk about famous camp episodes of famous cartoons. Camp Krusty being a big one. Lord of the Flies being a huge reference for a lot of that. Right.
Yeah.
Uh, there the animatic from this from the video that just came out seems very like Lord of the Flies ish, where they're like, all right, let's take over the camp. So that's gonna be fun, and
Yeah,
makes
I'm
me want
looking
to go
forward to
back
that
and
one for
watch
sure.
Salute Your Shorts. um by the way, Hey Dude was I wasn't as much of a fan of Hey Dude, but I like
Mm.
the theme song better.
Hey, dude.
It's a little wild, a little strange when you make your home out on the range.
We just need to do an apathetic enthusiasm, in like 6 months or whenever we get back to that show. Where we just talk about old like Nickelodeon shows from our childhood, just like a
Yeah.
full on nostalgia fest.
Mm.
But
Yeah, David the Gnome, Eureka's Castle.
Pete and Pete,
Oh yeah.
all of
Uh-huh, uh-huh,
that.
uh-huh.
There's some. Are you afraid of the dark? Um,
Oh.
oh, so many, so many. All right, we only have a
Last
few
one.
left. Last one,
Last
the finale. Look how fast the season goes by. Field of Dreams. Um,
don't
no,
know.
no Rick, no Morty, no goofy changes to the title. Just Field of Dreams.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
Uh
The animatic. Morty is walking through some sort of area. He's got a portal gun. Um, I'm wondering if this. I'm gonna replay it here. Um, yeah, he's just walking through a space. He's portaling through different realities. One of the realities is where um, there's a bunch of people in VR headsets, and like it's like the whole Smith family, Rick included, and they're all living out like different realities. Like there's screens in the background, and he's just like observing. He's like passing through this, but it seems like everybody's like checked out of reality, and then he portals into like what looks like the courtyard of some sort of church or something, and gets attacked by a bunch of birds. No idea what's actually going on here. Very
well,
little
birds
context, but
birds
yeah.
do like sit down in fields sometimes. So maybe they're dream birds.
You nailed it, Brandon.
Maybe
You've cracked the code. You've cracked the code.
dream birds. Um, yeah, for those of you who don't know, Field of Dreams was a movie that came out in '90s or 90, yeah, I think '90s, with Kevin Costner, where
No.
it's a baseball movie. They came out like some ghosts said like, hey, if you build it, they will come,
Yep.
and he built like it was like in Kansas or something like that, leveled his cornfield, built a baseball stadium, and then ghosts of baseball players from long past started playing baseball, and then he met his father. Um, eh, a good movie. I wonder how that will play into. Notably, again, no Rick, no Jerry, no Morty, no play on words here on the surface anyway, of Field of Dreams. So I wonder what it's going to be about. Why they
Yeah,
why they
I,
chose
I,
that.
I definitely think, and I think this is true. This has been true in the past seasons as well. They they kind of like to keep what's going on in the finale pretty close to the chest, right? They're not going to show their cards too much. I think some of these animatics, some of the stuff that we've seen between this video and the trailers that have come out, it's pretty easy to like kind of get a sense for a general plot for the episode. We're not going to know all the details. Obviously, all the jokes are still going to be fresh and a surprise. But things like the finales, they have a tendency to not give us too much. Usually, so they can kind of surprise us or do something special or a little bit bigger for a finale episode. I do want to say when you Google Field of Dreams, and
Hmm.
Google puts up their kind of like hodgepodge of information about the movie where they'll do like the poster, maybe a couple of images from the movie, some ideas of where you can watch it on streaming services. You have the ratings for movies from IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and Letterboxd, and then there's a sliver in the middle from Reddit. And the Reddit post referring to Field of Dreams says, Field of Dreams is such a dumb movie. It's likable if you ignore the plot. So, there you have it from a Reddit user. Field of Dreams, dumb movie.
Go. Speaking of, go to our subreddit, rickandmorty.reddit.com. You know what I would be interested in, just kind of along those lines, is taking all these movie titles and then ranking them based off of user reviews, Rotten Tomatoes, whatever, and then see how the Rick and Morty episode title batches at the end of the season. Like, salute your morts was it's salute your shorts. Oh, that should be at the bottom, but it ends up being like one of the best episodes. Like, I wonder what the correlation is there. Um, I don't know. I'm not going to do this for anybody else except me, because now I just want to know.
This is just your pet project for the season. You can throw
yeah.
some AI credits towards it, and it'll develop a
No,
spreadsheet for you or something.
no, I need to save that for the website.
That's right.
Um,
That's right.
well, anyway, Travis, any thoughts of like any are you looking forward to any of these episodes more than another episode?
I mean, I love me a good Jerry episode. Jer Bud has some potential. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so salute your morts. I gotta say, salute your morts. That is an episode I'm definitely looking forward to. Um, I everything I've seen from it so far, it just makes me really want to see this episode. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. What about you? Anything that you're looking forward to?
I would try to be a contrarian, but no, I agree with you on salute your morts. When I rewatched the animatic, uh, the sneak preview, and like I noticed that Jerry doing the mime thing in the background. Like, ah, damn it, that's so good. And then Rick doing like the Mjolnir
Oh
Morty,
yeah.
summoning him from so
Ever
far away.
since that, ever since that came out, and I showed it to a couple people at work, um, just randomly people would be like, "Ah, son of a bitch, ninja logged me," like, just like they'll be looking for somebody, and then they're not there. So yeah, it's already an instant classic, and it hasn't even come out yet. So, definitely looking forward to that one. But we want to hear from you, Unity. What are your episodes based on these episode titles, based on what we've seen so far? What are the episodes that you're most looking forward to? Leave us a comment over on the YouTube video, or you can email us. Leave a comment on the post on Instagram, Facebook, anything like that. We'll see them. We'll see them. We might even respond. No
Yeah,
promises.
we
We'll see.
might, we
Um,
may not.
but if we get your feedback, it may show up in a segment that we like to call listener suggestions and short outs. Brandon, any short outs this week? Anybody
You
you want
know,
to highlight?
I had a couple, and wherever I wrote it down, I don't remember where I wrote it down. So shout out to all the the forgotten people that hit us up. But yeah, got Daniel, I know, Scary Terry Folds, classic, hitting us up. A few other people on Instagram. Like, I don't want to make anyone feel jealous or left out. So I'm not going to call anybody else out, right? I'm
Okay.
not going to
I'm
FOMO anybody.
I'm gonna. I don't even know if they listen to this podcast. I think they might.
Okay.
But our
All right.
Tenant X left us a comment on our
Oh,
300th episode of Apathetic Enthusiasm, um, and it was a pleasure to see that username pop up. So I don't know if we shouted you out at all, and we haven't done another Apathetic Enthusiasm since. So special short out to our Tenant X.
hmm
Yeah.
very, very, very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, Travis, I don't know what content we'll have for this show next week. We may have something. We may not have something. If we don't, then we'll be doing Apathetic Enthusiasm. If we do, we will certainly be back to talk more Rick and Morty stuff. And again, May 24th, just
Just
not
just
quite
a
a.
few short weeks away. Like
Mhm.
when you pull up the calendar app on your phone, because nobody has real calendars anymore. We have one, two, three, 4 Mondays.
Oh
Four
gosh.
Mondays before the next episode. One of those Mondays, Brandon and I will be in person
Oh
together.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So we're gonna have to figure out how logistically we're gonna record some sort of content that weekend. Like sneak away into like my I don't know, maybe we just come into my walk-in closet where I do all my recording and we could do a
well, well,
quick
you,
episode or something. But
well, we record on Monday nights, and so I think when I'm actually out there, there's nothing going on that Monday night that we can that we
nothing
that
nothing that I can think of super importance. Anyway, well we'll figure it out. But yeah, four Mondays. So that's probably at least two more of these episodes as we
yeah.
get closer to the actual episodes coming out. But once we have new episodes, we will be back every week breaking down those episodes, doing a deep dive into everything and anything about the episode. So if you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button on your podcatcher of choosing. And while you're there, feel free to rate 5 stars. Definitely is going to help us get discovered by more folks and just kind of helps that massage the algorithm, if you will.
Hmm.
So appreciate anybody for doing that. And Brandon, I will leave it to you for any closing remarks before we get on out of here.
We're recording this on Monday night. By the way, the for those who were not following the inside joke, it's because his daughter graduates on Monday night, and that's the
Oh,
reason I'm
okay.
gonna hang out.
That's why.
Right.
That's
So
right.
everyone's like, yeah, we missed something. What do we miss in this joke this inside joke that you guys are
It's
doing?
inside.
Uh,
It's not inside anymore.
yeah, the
Yeah.
graduation is inside. Um, but today is Monday. It's a very, very famous date today, Travis. And so I want to shout out all you stoners out there. Happy post 420.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hopefully you're enjoying this episode as you do enjoy all of Rick and Morty. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
Neither of
out
us are
to you
stoners,
guys.
but shout out to you.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah. Anything else, Brandon?
all done. No,
That's
I'm all
it.
done.
We're
Let's
done. We're
get
getting
the
out of
F
here,
out.
guys. Leave us those comments. Let us know what episodes you like. Until next time, I'm Travis.
I'm Brandon. See you later.